You're watching NCAA Baseball Regionals, sponsored by Capital One. Regional weekend, it can have the emotional swings of an entire season. Louisiana fans have enjoyed the weekend, but they saw their Cajuns get crushed Friday night. Less than 48 hours later, they've got a win, they've got momentum, and now facing a Cincinnati team on short rest. Now it's the Bearcats who have to rally. And it's a rematch of the game on Friday that Cincinnati took care of business against Louisiana. Everything changed in the fourth. Derek Pitts, double play on the tag from first going to second. He called his shot. He knew it was an out halfway there. Little celebration. He's got a ton of swagger. So does Jack Natilli. 3 home runs in one game. That's not the first time he's done it this season. It's the third time. Jack Natilli has been a stud all year, maybe a future major leaguer. You win this one, you survive, and guess what? Your reward is playing Mississippi State tonight. You got to beat them twice to win the regional. We are so glad to have you with us, Jack Kaiser, alongside Jack the Longshaw. The reality for both teams in this spot, it's going to take special performances to win 2 today and survive until Monday.
Well, nothing new for Louisiana. It has been 6 straight weeks of win or go home. Now for Cincinnati, though, I've loved their fight in the 8th and 9th inning against Mississippi State last night. I think Jordan Bishel and his staff will have this group ready to go.
You mentioned Louisiana battle-tested this year, backs against the wall really for the last month plus, and they've done it with so many young players.
Do you think the underclassmen forgot to get nervous? How good has this young core been? This has been a moment where you go, hey, they might be growing up right in front of our own eyes. The shortstop freshman, Blaze Rodriguez, how about 4 hits yesterday? And Mark Collins, 4 RBIs in the first 4 innings, Jack.
He set the tone. Louisiana in the driver's seat the whole way against Lipscomb. For Cincinnati, very simple. Clean everything up.
Yeah, the bulletin board material. They've struggled defensively this year. They've got to be able to help their staff out, but the pitching staff could help themselves out. Way too many 390s through 2 games here at the Starkville Regional.
They've got the power, they've got the talent to get it done. Cincinnati, Louisiana rematch. Couple of days later, they could use some advice. The godfather of the SEC, Ron Polk. Elimination game. field, down the line, it's gone! Oh my goodness. Speechless. Jack Natili is inevitable. He faced off with these Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. Jack, it was a monsoon over the 4th and 5th innings for the Bearcats.
14 total bases, and yes, yesterday an over. That's just baseball. It's also just Tomas Valinkas. Look for him to bounce back in a big way.
Well, now they got to face a different guy on the mound who brings a ton of guts for this team. He's got a rubber arm, pitched over 100 innings this year. The strikeouts are up, and he's always going to bring moxie to the mound.
Strikeouts are up, the velo's up. For the wily southpaw, it's a 3-pitch mix. He'll showcase a curveball at times later in the game going to that 4th pitch. But everything that you need to know about Andrew Herman, his staff told us this kid is all heart. The way that he leads and conveys messages to his teammates, this is exactly who we have wanted and leaned on the last 5 weeks of the year. He has been invaluable in our locker room and on the mound.
And his first pitch is upstairs to Ryan Turansky leading off. Greg Charles calling the balls and strikes. Brian Miller at first, Travis Godek second, Matt Cain at third. And Turansky, produced one of the 6 homers for Cincinnati the last time they faced Louisiana. Going out to right field, and he takes his first strike. Jack, what are we going to see from Andrew Herman today?
Fastball that's 87 to 89, a slider, changeup, and there's that curveball I told you he wasn't going to throw a ton. He rips it out on the 2nd pitch of the game, and he backs it up. We had the opportunity to talk to his pitching coach, Taylor Sandifer, before the game. He goes, it's real touch and feel. Like, we know whether we're going to be able to use that breaking ball in the bullpen. And this is all this guy does. It's a little bit of an uncomfortable arm slot, a lot of moving pieces on the mound, but a warrior. He must have said warrior 5 times to us when describing Andrew Herman.
I think it's a pop-up to start. He's called off by Lee Amadei, who's played every position in the infield except shortstop so far in regionals. If Andrew Herman's locked in and it doesn't get away from him, he could go the distance today because he's done it 3 times this year. And the way this day is set up, needing to play 2, if you win this one, they have to get length out of their starting pitching. Derek Pitts batting second for a 2nd consecutive game. And he watches the ball.
Herman, the rubber band man, 3 times in the Sun Belt tournament. And Jack, Coach Sandifer said, well, his dad, after his 100-plus pitch outing, walked up to us, shook our hands, looked us dead in the eyes and said, he's got 140 more for you tomorrow.
That's the type of guy he is, as Derek Pitts has his 2nd hit of regionals now. Back-to-back days. That is a welcome sight. He'd been struggling, a mini slump over his last 16 coming into yesterday. Now 2 straight games of the hits. He's always going to bring the energy, the defense, and Cincinnati trying to get the bats rolling again.
And didn't you love the leadership there? Briefly, we saw him signaling to the dugout, hey, was a changeup down? That's been arguably his X factor this season. It was always fastball slider for Herman. The changeup, that 3rd pitch, has allowed him to really shape that slider in a way to be super effective and go deeper into games. You can work a 2-pitch mix through 4 or 5. It's that 3rd time through the lineup, right? Grit your teeth. What do you have? That 3rd pitch, the changeup that Pitts signaled into that Cincy dugout, has been his X factor.
And just misses to Quentin Coates. These hitters are so good. Even a 2-pitch mix to begin the game, especially without much velocity on it, you're walking a very thin line. Changeup has helped Herman this year. Terrific season for him. And Coates blasts it foul. He hit one 111 miles an hour. It was an out up the middle, but he has some of the best power and the easiest power in all of college baseball.
All driven by his lower half. He's such a strong young man, but I mean, he flicks baseballs off the barrel that travel over 100 miles. It's effortless strength.
And a check on Pitts at first. The storyline going into their first matchup is two similar styles, right? Got the bunting, the steals, but the separating factor, the power for Cincinnati. And that was the story of game one with 6 homers. Safe again. It is going to be interesting to see how much Cincinnati will push the envelope as they try to bounce back after a tough offensive game against Tomas Valinkis in Mississippi State. 3-1 count.
And yes, it's another lefty, but completely different look between Herman and Valinkis. We said Wiley southpaw. It's really crafty, a great understanding of who he is on the mound versus Valinkis, who was just throwing bowling balls all evening here at Dudy Noble last night.
But it shows that you can have two different guys that have success over the course of a season. I mean, Valinkis is going to be a first-round pick, but Andrew Herman's having a phenomenal year, throwing under 90 miles an hour. Embrace that underdog mentality his entire career. He does put 2 on in a row.
I do think it's the biggest myth in college baseball that you have to be 90 plus to play at the D1 level, nevertheless be effective. But you got to be able to fill up the zone. An unfortunate walk, but understandable, understanding who the dude in the box you just walked. You're going, all right, cool, on to the next. Let's roll a double play ball, get out of here.
Well, the issue is the next guy is the person who homered 3 times off your team 2 days ago. 19 home runs on the season now for maybe the best catcher in the country when you really boil it down. Got him to pop up. 2 pop-ups this inning. Shielding the sun, and Amade's got his second catch.
Really nice response from Herman. A slider in on the hands. Remember, all 3 homers from Natilli on the breaking ball. Well-executed pitch, and I think it sets up nicely. So now Infeliz, who's hammered heater this series, can probably expect spin early and often.
And the catcher of the future for Cincinnati, just a freshman. That gets away. Pitch, hits the brakes at third base. Now 2 in scoring position for Infeliz. Little miscue in the first from Louisiana.
And it's a timing play, and look how unfortunate. Goes right off second base. Drew Markle was not ready for the back pick. If he's there in time, they might actually get Derek Pitts out at second base. A really good throw, but just an unfortunate bounce for one of the best defensive teams in the country in Louisiana as that ball ricochets off second base. Now runners in scoring position for the Big 12 Freshman of the Year.
That's lifted away from Enzo Infeliz. Pitts at third and Coates at second now. Two balls, no strikes. Location hasn't been there to this point for Herman.
See, he's pitching into that shift. We showed you that high home. All 3 Louisiana infielders. The left side of the bag, Markle directly behind second base.
3 balls, no strikes. First base is open. Cal Sefcik on deck.
3-0. You're not going to cave, right? It's most likely going to be another breaking ball. Take your chances with Sefcik.
It does catch the corner. Infeliz so talented. 369 batting average on the season. 3 hits so far in regionals. And he swings through 3-1.
I think Infeliz kind of the same train of thought as myself. breaking ball up. Maybe they're going to pitch around me. How about the heater hard in at 87 even and push the count to full?
3-2. Infeliz down the left field line. That's going to bring home 2. Freshman delivering in the first inning. He'll hold up at first base. It is Cincinnati on top.
They go back to the same pitch he got 3-0, a breaking ball. Sinks in the lower half and just drops a beautiful barrel. Deposits a double out into left field. High leg kick, way too much part of the plate as he was sitting all over that slider. Look how quiet for such a big guy, those hands, it's all one moving piece. Great extension through the zone, and Cincinnati strikes first.
Fastball at 88 to start Cal Sefcik with a strike. Jack, when you were facing more of a soft tosser, crafty guy like this, what was your approach?
You almost, you scoot up in the box and you want to take away spin on time with the heater, but almost like what we talked about with Valinkas last night, for our audience that's just joining in, that breaking ball, anything below the belly button, you're putting the bat on the ground. What you saw Infeliz do a great job was, hey, 3-0, I pick up spin out of that tunnel, which was high and tight, where he's able to drop it at the top of the zone. He's now taken away spin. And I think that's the conversation for Deggs. Haven't seen a lot of that changeup, which we had mentioned has been his X factor this year and helping him eclipse the 100 strikeout mark. And I think for Deggs, as the pitch count slowly climbs up over 20, we've got to go a little bit deeper in the bag, because right now Cincinnati is taking away the fastball and are hunting sliders.
In Louisiana, again, they need length from Herman today.
Yep.
You have to play 2 games today if you win. If you lose, your season's done. And then you'd have to play on Monday against Mississippi State to win the regional. That's why it's so difficult to come out of the loser side of the bracket. And going 2-0 to start is a big advantage for the Bulldogs.
And remember, they asked him to throw a lot of bullets last week. He didn't have to ask him. He was requesting them, but you were almost curious to see how sharp he'd show up today.
And starts Cal Sefcik. That's the 3rd pitch, 2-1 now. After the 2 RBI single from Infeliz. Quick visit from Matt Deggs. And it's popped behind home foul. Yeah, pitching 3 times in a conference tournament, that's crazy. Now, you have to play a lot of games for that to happen. Louisiana played 7 times in 6 days. Herman was in the mix just about every day. Threw 5 innings twice, and then actually got the start against Southern Miss in the championship game, but only lasted 1 inning.
Twice 5 innings of work, both against the team that played for a national championship a year ago in Coastal Carolina.
And swinging through, Sefcik out in front. Got a strikeout to end the inning for Herman, but Cincinnati gets 2. Enzo Infeliz, the freshman, drives home a pair. Cincinnati up early. It might be a day where plenty of offense is required as we get deeper into the weekend. Cincinnati with 2 in the top half of the first. Mark Collins with a tremendous start for Louisiana yesterday at the plate when the Ragin' Cajuns scored 10.
They slide him up into that 2-hole. Matt Deggs punches the right buttons. That home run, a really impressive piece of hitting. But just the rest of the day, laid a bunt down, sacrifices for the team. These underclassmen littered throughout this lineup. Really impressive.
You got Collins, a sophomore, Blaze Rodriguez leading off as a freshman, and they're facing a freshman on the mound for Cincinnati. Connor Blue has been the Sunday man for the last several weeks. The freshman out of O'Fallon, Illinois, just outside of St. Louis. 16 days since he last pitched, Jack.
The freshie. He don't look like one. 6'3", 210. Strong young man, a 3.75 ERA, and talking with the Friday guy, Nathan Taylor, before the game, he told Jack and I, this guy can be really, really good. Look at the ceiling of what his career could look like. Man, excited to watch him potentially grow up right in front of our own eyes today. It's a heater that's 92 to 94, but when you look at the stuff, it's a cutter slider. It's kind of that hybrid blend where he just throws it really hard. Well, you'll see pitches at 88, 89, and you're going, well, that's not a slider, is it? He grips it like a cutter, and he just throws it with great intent. So right-handed hitters today, uncomfy at bat against the young freshman.
Starting with a righty and Blaze Rodriguez, who watches 90 miles an hour. Some good run on it in the zone. Rodriguez had himself a day yesterday, going 4 for 5 with an RBI against Lipscomb. Did he go around? He did not. Ball on a strike, according to Brian Miller. Connor Blue last pitched against Texas Tech May 15th. Went 3 2/3, only 58 pitches. So a pretty fresh arm. Rodriguez muscling, right center field, pitch charging in, diving, no. Pitt's the one to pick it up, throw it in to hold Blaze Rodriguez to a single. Taransky gave it a shot, ends up in a base knock for the freshman.
Well, when you're hot, you're hot. A 4 for 5 day yesterday for Blaze Rodriguez. And this, a little nest-like crunch, nestling it out right in center field. First step always back as an outfielder, but this a mistake. I guess off the bat, you hear loud contact, and it's a couple steps back, but defensively for Cincinnati, it feels like another miscue where they give another free runner where it felt like Taransky is going to go home knowing that he should have caught that baseball.
Yeah, it doesn't show up as an error, but it is another mistake on the defensive side. Got away with it against Louisiana in the first game, thanks to the home run power. Not yesterday against Mississippi State. And the hottest bat for Louisiana, just based on last game, Blaze Rodriguez might have an argument, but the RBI production certainly there for Mark Collins with 4 ribbies over the first 2 innings against Lipscomb yesterday afternoon. Matt Deggs likes this 1-2 combo with Rodriguez and Collins at the top, after Collins was further down in the lineup to start regionals. And that's a spinner foul.
His baseball journey, so unique. You know, he was the player of the year in the state of Louisiana. Now, he did go to a 1A school. Matt Deggs referred to that in our in-game interview yesterday. So a bit under-recruited just because of the size of his school. You can feel like he plays with that chip on his shoulder. Doubt him, be careful.
Matt Deggs has a ton of belief in this sophomore. He said after the game, Mark has everything it takes to play in the big leagues. That's a pretty big proclamation, right? But Matt also doesn't say that lightly.
He's coached some greats at this school. He knows what it looks like.
Fouls away the 1-2.
We showed that stat as well. They've won a regional. Was it 13 straight now? He's not playing these underclassmen because it's a, hey, let's get these guys some experience because we'll be better next year. He's playing them because they give them their best chance to win. They've experienced a couple injuries, but these young guys, man, have been electrifying the last 6 weeks of the year for a team who is RPI 62 at the beginning of May. So they love playing baseball together. I didn't have the heart to tell them, boys, we need to be packing it up, heading to Cancun, if you will, in a few weeks' time. These guys heard the message. It was go time. Winning their last 4 Sun Belt series, no easy feat. Got to win the playing game in the Sun Belt tournament against Marshall. And then what a run to get even to that Sun Belt championship.
Is there a go-to beach spot in Louisiana, down in the Gulf?
I don't know, but
a little closer than Cancun, yeah.
Yeah.
That's foul from Collins. Somewhere on the Gulf Coast. But yeah, exit meetings were a real possibility with where they stood mid to late April especially. They found a way. On paper, this is a team that it looked like it might be a reset year with all the underclassmen. Some injuries that they've sustained. Back in regionals, win away from a regional final. Wave and a miss. And the first out for Connor Blue on the mound after the single from Rodriguez.
Phenomenal breaking ball. That's a really nice sign for Cincinnati fans. We talked about that cutter he'll throw at 87, 88, and because he throws the fastball 92, 93, breaks off a really nice pitch.
Just such a cool season timeline for them. They were 12th in the Sun Belt. 12th on April 20th. That's not that long ago. And so many big wins down the stretch over Southern Miss and Coastal Carolina. They beat them, feels like several times, a couple times in the Sun Belt tournament.
I went and did some homework on April 12th. The difference between 3rd place and 12th place, a game and a half.
Well, you've talked about all week how cannibalistic the Sun Belt was.
Oh.
Crazy.
In the travel schedule, you forget that these are just kids that are still going to school. So you're taking San Marcos to Huntington, Virginia, right? Louisiana to South Carolina. Like, these are not easy schedules. And by the way, you get there, you might have to be facing a future big leaguer on the mound on Friday and Saturdays. So glad that the league got 5 teams into the tournament this year. Very well deserving.
He was messing with his shoe, Blaze Rodriguez here.
Would not be the first Foot Locker incident we've had this week.
No, it'd be the second.
Yeah.
Who was it earlier this week?
Starting pitcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roman comes off and they've got a shoe almost ready for him immediately. I thought that was impressive.
Yeah, that's what we were debating is that a teammate sacrificing the shoe, or do they have secondaries ready to go?
Had to be. I'm not sure you're getting 2 pairs of spikes.
I don't know. A lot of money in college sports these days. Pop up left field. Sefcik coming in. Pretty long run for him, but stays up, and 2 gone.
Rodriguez, they've sent him in action a ton this year. Hasn't been super efficient. He does have 15 bags on the season. And with Colt Brown, the freshman, up, it feels like a good spot for a hit and run here. Now, he's been caught 9 times. That's why I think he trusts the bat of Colt Brown to maybe put a little pressure on that Cincy defense.
Well, Brown surged this week to the top batting average for Louisiana. .315 on the season. He's wildly talented behind the plate and at the plate. Been an Iron Man, too. And Rodriguez safe again over at first. Colt Brown has started 62 out of the 64. Make it 63 out of 65 now for Louisiana this season. As a freshman, that is a big workload for someone that young.
You're coming off a high school season where you maybe played 30 games. I know a lot of these guys run the travel circuit all summer, but might be a little bit of a shock to the body. Not for Colt Brown, who Matt Degg says reminds him a ton of Buster Posey.
Well, not to mention a catcher, too. Normally, you've got a secondary that's going to rotate in there a decent amount. But catching all but 2 games, fantastic. There's a strike, 2-1 from Connor Blue. talking about Louisiana's journey this season, they've played more games than anybody in college baseball this year. Pop up again. Had a few of them to start. Coates doesn't have to move much. After a leadoff single from Blaze Rodriguez, 3 retired right after that for the freshman Connor Blue. All right, the winner of the Starkville Regional is going to be matched up with the winner of the Athens Regional. And it's Liberty going on to the regional final, surviving in an elimination game against Boston College. It will be Liberty against the home dogs, Georgia. And now if the seeds hold firm, Mississippi State and Georgia, it's going to be a rematch for the SEC. They played 4 times this year. And a very difficult one at that for the 3 national seed.
Regular season SEC champs, tournament SEC champs. Congratulations. We're going to feed you the dogs that you've already seen a plethora of times. It does feel like a collision course, but with the mayhem of college baseball that we saw on Friday, who the heck knows?
Again, in the regional final, you come out of that elimination side of the bracket. You've got to win 2 games in the regional final because the whole thing's double elimination. So the winner of this one will face Mississippi State. And if you're lucky enough to beat the dogs tonight at the Dude, got to win again tomorrow. On a 2-0, it's Christian Mitchell swinging through with Andrew Herman back out for his 2nd inning. Seven, 8, 9 up for Cincinnati. 2 RBI single from Infeliz in the first. Right side of the infield's open, and Mitchell fouls it off into Louisiana's dugout. We've talked a lot about the journey for Christian Mitchell this week. His 190th career start today. Played all 4 seasons for Jordan Bischel. Starter as a freshman at 3rd base at Central Michigan. Actually a 2-way guy. Came out of the bullpen a few years ago. And started at shortstop too.
He was actually on the John Orlube watch list. Given out to the best 2-way player in the country. Think of stars like Jack Caglione who have won that award. He's a really versatile athlete. You see him unleash that cannon at 3rd every once in a while.
3-2 here. Barely got a piece. So over the course of Christian Mitchell's career, he's played every spot on the field except first base and catcher. I bet he could play first base. Catcher's difficult.
So what you're proposing is they win today. He should play all 9 tonight against Mississippi State.
Just for the heck of it.
You're going to need some arm somewhere.
Another foul ball. And the pitch count continues to climb early for Andrew Herman, already over 30.
Such taxing pitches, too. Understanding Cincinnati says, hey, he's going to try to go get 6-7 innings. As an offense, the game plan, you can force him to throw 15-plus each. You're looking at 90-plus heading into the 6th. Part of who they are identity-wise, get him over, get him on, get him over, get him in. And right now, they are driving a heck of a pitch count.
That was the 9th pitch of the at-bat. We'll see number 10. Some fan is racing in the upper deck for that foul ball.
Glove in hand, just waiting for him to hurdle over this row of chairs. Going Easter egg hunting. Oh, there you go.
He was helped out by a friend. I do have a question for you after this pitch. That's upstairs and a walk to start the 2nd for Christian Mitchell. How old is too old to bring a glove?
That's a great question. At what point does it become a win-lose? I think is what you're asking. You see an adult make a catch with a glove, you don't get credit for it. You see an adult make a catch, bare hand, all in. I think this young man is all over the money. I think if you can drink a cold beverage at 21, it might be time to put the glove away. Does that feel fair?
Yeah, I think that's fair. You appreciate the commitment and the preparation as Jackson Smith takes a strike. But there is a cutoff at a certain point.
If you can drive yourself to the game, that's where my head initially went. But maybe you bring your glove, you make a nice play. Matt Deggs is in the dugout going, he could be a Raging Cajun, sure. It's a recruiting pitch almost.
You're saying he's trying to get recruited right now. Smith swinging away, foul.
I'm not saying he's not.
Let's go ask
Still
him.
on some eye black.
What are we, like 100 feet away from him? Let's just shout it out to him.
Yeah. Hey, pal, what position you play? Class of 31? Sure.
Class of 31. That just made us all feel old.
Yeah.
0-2. Mitchell at first. And Danson. So it's Smith in the 8th spot up right now. Charlie Niehaus, who homered against Louisiana on Friday, waiting on deck. You can see how conscious both teams are about the run game. You just read a stat sheet quick, that stands out.
Game recognized game. And that's why I think you even saw the slash this at-bat from Smith. Herman this year, lefties only hitting $168 against him. Got to get really creative with lefties in the box today, understanding that a hit is far and few between against this guy.
Ball and 2 strikes. Smith pops left side. Amade back turn. Rodriguez chasing from short. It's into the netting. Drifting a little bit too far.
Down 0-2. The concept of quality AB, and you're just spoiling a pitch as Amade runs out of real estate right into that Bermuda Triangle. Down 0-2, now the job goes, hey, let's see 2 more pitches. Make him throw me 6 this AB. For Cincinnati, 6+ pitches in AB, despite the result, is a quality AB.
He could be at 40 pitches by the end of this at-bat. There's no outs in the 2nd. Very concerning for Matt Deggs in Louisiana. Runs outside. And the preparations for the berm already underway, because it's going to be packed tonight. Winner gets Mississippi State. There's strike 3. Second punch out for Andrew Herman, and a big one with a man on first.
First backwards K, little left on left slider. Great pitch. The berm going to be in prime form tonight. Do you think that gentleman was picking up maybe some boiled peanut shells? Ooh. For those just joining,
Apparently it's a thing.
Jack Kaiser, his first ever boiled peanut. Thank you, Starkville.
It was decent. Niehaus, pop-up. And called at first base by Donovan LaSalle. Quick second out. Yeah, the boiled peanut was all right.
This might be fighting words, my friend.
Yeah, I know.
Be careful.
Fine people here in Mississippi might be upset with me now. The tamales and tacos we had.
Oh,
Fire.
special. Left field lounge lizard taking care of us.
Say that 10 times fast.
I will not.
Top of the order, Tyransky. Leadoff walk for Mitchell. That's it so far. And going back to the pitch count, again, a quick out with the pop out from Niehaus. Now maybe you get a quick out from Tyransky. You're through 2 at 40. Looks a little better than the way this inning started. And over the outside edge at 86.
Yeah, he can let it eat today. But we've seen pitch counts over 115 from him this season. We call him the rubber band man, but these have been high leverage pitches too, dating back to just that first inning.
Oh, 0-2. And when you say high leverage pitches, it takes every ounce out of these guys. So a little extra stress means a little more fatigue. Big pitch here early in the game. And we'll wait for it. Not to mention, quite a few throws over to first. Like, I know he's not pumping it over there at 88, but it's still the arm action.
It's not for nothing.
Narrowly missing the corner.
So you've now seen 2 different shapes. This is that harder slider at 82, down and away. It's a pitch off and maybe a pitch down, but that's how good Colt Brown, the catcher, has been stealing pitches all season long.
Spiked another slider. Mitchell holds.
If you're Herman, I'm going back heater 2-2. Cannot lose against Tyransky with Pitts, Coates, and Natilli due up. That flurry of right-handed hitters. We mentioned his splits against lefties. Been dominant all season long. He's got to go attack Tyransky right now.
We'll check on first again.
And you see right behind home plate, they're paying close attention to Mitchell because he's 10 for 11 in stolen bases, but looks like they're having some pitch comm issues where you saw Colt Brown literally visually pointing to first base to LaSalle for Herman to throw over to reset that pitch clock.
Just trying to grind through the second here.
Show you another look. Watch Colt Brown. No, please, hurry. I haven't heard what we're throwing yet. Go back over there. Thank you. Can't hear.
Yeah, glove up on the ear right now. Need a volume adjustment. We're going to have to go old school with the signs.
One of my, oh, dude, give me some body signs, sure. It was one of my favorite stories this year. I'm always so fascinated about what voice they pick for the pitch comm.
Yes. Well, everyone knows for North Carolina, it's Roy Williams. So cool.
Majestic. Feels like the basketball version of Morgan Freeman. I've heard that answered quite a bit this year.
Got him to swing through. Andrew Herman got some guts. Fighting through 2 innings and holds Cincinnati scoreless in the second.
my fixation.
The real fun just getting started.
Run straight for the breakaway.
The celebration is on.
One team will be dogpiling very soon. For now, regionals, the focus. And our Starkville regional starting to come into focus at the very end. Regional final berth on the line for our first game today. Cincinnati and Louisiana. You win, you face Mississippi State at the Dude at night. That was the setting for Cincinnati last night when they fell 10-5. Got away from them in the 5th and the 6th. First pitch swinging, Drew Markle at the track. Pitch is back. It's out. One pitch and maybe a game-changing swing in the second for the Raging Cajuns.
$90 on the way in, $103 on the way out. 409 to dead center field for the long, lanky Drew Markle. Highly recruited coming out of the state of Texas. He commits to Ole Miss. He has found a home at Louisiana. He won a home run derby just a week before opening day. Looking to tap into a little bit of that power, and this is woken up the Cajuns.
Here we go, Donovan LaSalle out to left field. Every time Louisiana has been tested, they've answered the bell this year. Back-to-back hits, and the lead carved in half already. Not just a home run, but the celebration trying to get his guys going too.
I think for him, he's been late on fastballs this week, which is unlike him. Did a great job staying on plane, not getting too big. I mean, he's hit 293 against the heater this year, finally on time, and does damage.
Cajun fans are loving it. Maddox Mandino in the 7th spot, still nobody out. And he fouls it away. First adversity for Connor Blue on the mound. Got a 5-hour trip from Lafayette, Louisiana.
These fans are loud. These fans are crazy. Matt Degg said, everywhere we go, doesn't matter if it's a multi-team event in Houston, our fans are traveling with us. He said that was one of the first realizations he had. They played the Houston Astros Classic, played SEC ball clubs. He goes, I'm telling you, our fans are the loudest everywhere we go. Crazy at times, sure, but in the very best of ways.
College sports in that state, so much fun. Same here in Mississippi as Mandino fouls it away. Now Mandino did get the start yesterday, went 0 for 1 with a strikeout, then subbed out early, and Owen Galt came in. Matt Deggs is known to make a lineup change or two.
They platoon this position a ton, whether it be Galt or Mandino, based off lefty-righty on the mound, so no surprise.
Ball and 2 strikes, and it's foul. As Louisiana found out the hard way with the 4th inning of the first game that these two played, it can change so fast. The double play from Derek Pitts in the 4th inning changed that game when it looked like Louisiana had the momentum. Now Herman gets a couple of strikeouts. One swing later, Louisiana feels like they're on the charge. Mitchell in at 3rd, and Mandino stays alive.
And with 2, 3, 4 due up for Cincinnati on the other side, didn't need to tie this game or even take a lead, but just to cut it in half and provide some juice into that third base dugout, I think was really important. And then also to give a little bit of time for Herman to sit, breathe, collect his thoughts, and then build a plan and report for the heart of that Bearcat lineup.
This is another strong at-bat that we're seeing today. Both teams have turned him in.
Really strong approach, and when you get to these third starters, the stuff isn't going to necessarily be overpowering, but it's oftentimes a guy that can utilize multiple pitches, that's in the zone a ton. I think what both offenses have done well is finding their pitch and fighting to stay alive.
That hit Mandino took a big bounce away. It's a hit by pitch after the single and solo homer. These free passes are what killed Cincinnati yesterday against Mississippi State.
Watch the back foot of Mandino. Great shot from Martin. You see the chalk fly, and maybe that shoelace budge a bit as well. And Tilly, who's blocked everything this weekend, if he doesn't get in front of it, definitely some foul play involved, right?
Yeah, that took a funky hop up into his mask. I think that's the right call. First and second, corners in, bunt is down, fair territory. Oh, Natilli from his knees, that's safe. Had to adjust back to it. Josh Lim gets the bunt hit, and the bases are loaded.
They gave the Baton Rouge freshman a pinch hit on Friday night. He gets a hit in the 8th inning. He's earned these 2 starts today. This is exactly what you get out of Josh Lim. Phenomenal ball player. A beautiful bunt for a hit. That's his 4th on the season. And almost like a golfer on the tour. This ball checks up off the plate, and by the time it comes back, it almost spins back on Natilli. And that's why you see him have to make that throw from his knee.
Lewis with a hard cut on the first pitch from Blue.
Watch the action. I mean, it's right off the plate. Watch it come and sort of check back on. You and I do not hit pitching wedge like that, Chad. And just that spin back, Natilli's in a great position up out of his hunches to make a good throw. It's just enough to miss the speedy Lim.
Runs outside. I think 99% of America wish they had that backspin. Their pitching game. All right, 1-1 on Lewis. Bases juiced, nobody out. Already a solo home run from Markle on the first pitch of the inning. It's LaSalle, Mandino, and Lim out there. Way ahead. Now it's the guts of Connor Blue being tested, with the bullpen starting to get loose for Cincinnati.
That's his freshman counterpart, Chad Brown. Another stud underclassman that Nathan Taylor said is going to have a really bright future, and Matt Deggs talking to his talented freshman. 1-2, got to get a job done. Cincinnati in double play depth, as you can see here at home, with the middle infield push back, but Mitchell and Coates over and in on the corners.
And Lewis watches strike 3. A huge strikeout with the bases loaded. Now a double play ends the inning.
He takes a peek back at the scoreboard. Yeah, that's right, big fella. That's his hardest heat of the day, up to 93 miles per hour. Tails back in. Natilli steals the pitch on the outer third. It was a must-have punch-out spot. Now a double play ball gets you out of this mess.
But he's facing Rodriguez, who's 5 for his last 6 at the plate. And watches on the inner half.
Blaze Rodriguez throughout the year has hit just a .178 on the slider. And right now, Connor Blue seems to have found the feel on that pitch.
Breaking ball again. Count even at 1.
Wouldn't be surprised if he triples up. That was more of that 12-6 look, trying to get him to chase.
Because he's got that cutter as well.
Yeah, where he'll throw it closer to 87. But that true 78 mile per hour, 12-6 breaking ball, I think he goes back to that hard slider.
Bouncer, shortstop, flip to second, turn, not in time. Louisiana has tied the game. High enough bounce, Rodriguez able to beat it out.
Well, it gets a job done, and with the bases loaded, no outs, Louisiana desperately needs more and wants more, but this will get a job done. Blues in the driver's seat, and just that last long hop, great hands from Smith through the middle. Nearly gets him, but the speed of the freshman Blaze Rodriguez, enough to score a run. He did indeed go back to that hard slider. Loved the sequence. But for Blaze Rodriguez, you could see that the lower half got a little bit wider and just played pepper through the middle of the field.
All right, Louisiana gets something out of it. Now 2 gone, first and third, with Collins at the dish, who struck out swinging in the first. Fastball at 93 for a strike.
You've got 2 really good base runners on right now with Rodriguez at first and Mandino at third. You do not want to take the bat out of Mark Collins' hands right now, but I would not be surprised if this gets to an 0-2, 1-2 count if Louisiana puts something on.
Counts 1-1. Rodriguez didn't even think about going. Four RBI the first 2 innings yesterday for Collins. And he's got another one here. Having himself a regional. Rodriguez to third, and Louisiana's in front.
How about the sophomore? What a great piece of hitting. This is a clinic at home. Look at his hands. That front foot gets down, and then almost like a rubber band. Such a great quick twitch athlete. The approach, middle. Burns this at 101 miles per hour off the bat, past the second baseman Jackson Smith, and Louisiana with a field goal here in the second and still threatening.
That was just missed. Tyranski will leave it for Pitts. That's the final out. But 3 runs for Louisiana, all starting with a solo shot from Drew Markle, getting the emotion going, Jack.
His 6th homer of the year. Long, lanky, leaves the yard in a hurry. You don't think the Raging Cajuns are going out without a fight, do you?
Louisiana responds in the home half of the second. 3 runs, got a solo homer from Drew Markle. Plenty of hits to follow that. Now they're in front by 1. Andrew Herman starting to settle in. He is the ultimate rubber man on the mound. He is throwing a ton of innings and pitches this year and just over the course of his career.
He's everything that's right about college baseball when you look at his journey, where it has taken him. Started his career at Wofford, transfers to College of Central Florida, gets some experience at the junior college level, then making his way to Louisiana. He's become a fan favorite.
Pitts hit it hard, but right at his center field counterpart, Noah Lewis. One gone. We've talked about all of the innings that Herman's pitched this year and just the heart that he brought this season. I mean, you touched on that right away. He had a great quote. It's pretty straightforward. He said earlier this year, I'd die for this team. I would die for each one of these guys. And he said it in a way that wasn't like super rah-rah, but just more like, I literally would die for anybody.
And it wasn't cliche either. Like,
yeah.
It wasn't because the cameras were rolling. He said it, he goes, oh, I think he means it.
Yeah.
So when his dad shakes his pitching coach's hand after his son just threw 100-plus pitches and said, he's got 140 more tomorrow for you, coach, you go, I think they're nuts. Beautifully nuts. I'm all in.
What a family, huh? Andrew Herman's going to give every ounce of energy out there on the mound today, even without an optimal start in the first inning, giving up 2. Infield shifted to the left side, and Coates takes a strike.
Kennesaw native, you're starting to see he's pitching towards his shift, right? All 3 Louisiana infielders on the left side of the bag. Firm fastball into the hands, daring Coates to hit into his shift.
And pitch 51 is just out to Coates. You can tell he's starting to settle in. 2-2. And the slider goes down. Still waiting for that explosive at-bat from Coates. Top 5 in the nation in home runs. Just 1 hit this regional. Full count. And he watches strike 3. Herman starting to cook.
Phenomenal spot. Slider at the top of the zone. That's his 4th of the day, and it's just picture perfect. You look at his career in 24, his first season, over 12 starts with Louisiana. Well, it was just 61 strikeouts. Last year, over 70 innings, just 53. This year, 108. He has found the best version of himself. It is because he has got ultra competitiveness.
Jack Natilli to the warning track. Everybody gasped. That would have been his 4th home run against the Raging Cajuns this weekend. But it's a loud flyout off the bat of Jack Natilli, and 1-2-3 for Andrew Herman.
Broadcaster jinx, almost on me. Natilli nearly misses his 4th of the regional.
All right, Dudy Noble Field, best atmosphere in college baseball. Starkville has been on fire all weekend. The winner of this game, Cincinnati, Louisiana, gets to face Mississippi State at night for another elimination game for one of these two teams. Got to beat the Bulldogs twice in front of a raucous crowd. Cincinnati falling 10-5 last night to the Bulldogs. Got away from them in the middle innings, made a valiant effort late, and now they're going to be, no pun intended, in a dogfight against the Raging Cajuns with seasons on the line. We haven't had many close games this week. There's been like close moments, but just final score-wise. You get the sense, the resilience that both these teams have shown throughout the year. This one's going to be tight all the way.
Yeah, someone's going to hit each other in the mouth. I think what we've seen in the first 5 innings, it's been really close baseball, and then someone just lays a haymaker, right? These two heavyweights stand in the middle of the ring. It's just taking one shot to bury the other. To your point, the identity of both of these teams tells you today, like a cockroach, they will not die quietly.
It's 3-2 on Colt Brown leading off the inning, 4-5-6 against the freshman Connor Blue. And a ground ball to shortstop. Niehaus. One gone. Last inning, Drew Markle sparked the rally for Louisiana.
A lot of moving pieces in this swing, but finally I think on time with the lower half. He's a high hold guy, but when that front foot gets down, the hands do the rest.
Everyone's got a little bit of a different swing, and it can be loud as long as the timing's right.
And again, the swing is like a snowflake. They're all different, but when you get to contacts, all the great hitters get to the same spot. When you look at a lot of these Louisiana hitters, Drew Markle is kind of almost, I would be willing to venture taking a lot of notes.
Oh, he hammers another one, diving stop. Smith to his feet, but he airmails it into the dugout. So close to a spectacular play. And it's Markle on to second.
I don't know how Jackson Smith gets to this baseball. 104 through the middle of the field. He goes full extension. Great play and then back to his feet. Just never gets a good grip on that baseball. And airmails the big 6'5" body of Quentin Coates, unable to pull it in. A hit with an advancement on the error. As we mentioned, Markle, see a little Lee Amadei in that swing, bent over, hands upright, tight with the stance. But right now, it's all timing, right? When that front foot gets down and it's on time with the hand staying back, he can generate some serious power.
That was 104 off the bat. This guy's got a bunch of power. Donovan LaSalle. Single out to left in the second inning. Another error for the Cincinnati defense, and now they're shifting against LaSalle. Sends it out to center. Pitts is just gonna watch. Donovan LaSalle crushes it straight away center field. .446 feet of pure power.
A statement made. 446, 111 off the bat. Duty Noble cannot hold you, Donovan LaSalle. Way out of here. What a swing. Started his career at Oklahoma State, a 19th rounder out of high school in 2023 from the Kansas City Royals. Yeah, I see a little big leaguer in that action. That's grown man power, Donovan LaSalle.
That's not even his longest of the year. He won 456 feet against Texas State last week.
That was 112 off of the bat that day. Are we saying, hey, humidity, maybe that's why? Because I don't know how you hit a ball any harder and farther than that.
Man, 5 and 6 in the order. Markle and LaSalle seeing Connor Blue so well today. And now it's a 3-run lead for Louisiana. 5 unanswered over the last 2 innings. Two and two, 1 out. Maddox Mandino at the dish. Game didn't start great. Herman still settling in on the mound. Cincinnati gets a couple, but the way this thing's set up with Herman out there and this scrappy offense as Mandino sends it to short. Nice pick from Niehaus. There's 2 gone. You felt if Louisiana could get over the hump, get that first win yesterday against Lipscomb, this matchup set up very well for them.
Even going into the weekend as a whole, they loved all 3 starters. Look at the vibes. Hey, come on. Do we think there's gum underneath that? Or do you think it's just incredible balance from the Friday night starter?
That's gum. That's not moving at all on the head of Cody Brash. Yeah.
It's funny, Cody Brash, their Friday night guy, their closer, their starter, high adrenaline junkie. Everyone in the dugout said, oh, by the way, he's the goofiest guy we've got. If I had to sit next to anyone on the bus, Cody Brash.
How about Lim sending it out deep left field, just shy of the track. It is caught by Cal Sefcik. But a few more, couple more for Louisiana. 2-run homer. Donovan LaSalle hammers it. Matt Deggs loving it for his Raging Cajuns. Welcome back to the NCAA Baseball Regionals presented by Capital One. Elimination game, Louisiana and Cincinnati. Raging Cajuns with 5 unanswered. As we go to the top of the 4th, we're joined by Louisiana head coach Matt Deggs. We were just talking about it over the break. Man, Donovan LaSalle has hit the ball pretty hard today, huh?
Yeah, the kid's got mad pop, man. It's just a matter of learning how to hit. He's got a chance to play for a long time.
Coach, you took a moment, you take the mound visit to talk with Andrew Herman, your senior southpaw. What was that conversation like? Because it looks like you guys have a really special relationship.
Well, I'm hard on my hitters, but I'm kind of a pitcher whisperer. That's my dream. It was just about, look, if you were 38 or 39 years old, which he looks, right, and you were in the big leagues and you were a little tired, what would you do? How would you handle? You wouldn't be jumping out at people. You would just be throwing an advanced game of BP, and you're going to let them hit the ball as hard as you want to let them hit it. Our biggest thing is that right there. We've got to get strike 1.
Love it. Coach, appreciate the time.
All right, thank you, guys.
He's a pitcher whisperer.
Oh, sounds like a new college baseball reality show.
Infeliz waves through to make it 0-2. I think he's basically saying that he's soft on his pitchers and hard on his hitters.
He really is such a delight, man. It's super insightful, but the ultimate players coach, right? Good coaches know the game. Great coaches know their players.
Yeah, Matt Deggs has been at so many different stops. The Texas City native from near Galveston, former assistant coach at A&M. He was the head coach at Sam Houston State for 5 seasons. Now 1-2 on Infeliz. Had a stop at Arkansas in the early 2000s, went to Omaha in 04 as the hitting coach there, and took over for the legendary Tony Robichaux after he tragically passed away in 2019. Down the line for Infelice. Takes a hard carom off the sidewall. That'll hold him to a single.
Got a weird feeling it's going to take double-digit runs to win today, right? Love the message. Hey, we got to fill up the zone. You got to win the 0-0 pitch. The issue is Cincinnati doesn't take the first pitch often. These bats are hungry and hot. And after a rough night against Tomas Valinkis, Cincinnati looks like they're hungry offensively. Can they find enough outs, though, will be the big question mark.
Louisiana learned the hard way. This offense can come at you in a hurry. This is skied left side off the bat of Sefcik. And foul. Go get it, young fella. Attaboy. How about the smooth nature over that wall? And he's climbing right back.
We're going back. Well done, young man. His buddies may be a little jealous. He earned that baseball.
He did. He did.
And look at the IQ to go find the shade, too. He got a long day in front of him. Long career in this sport. Well done.
Those are vets at this point. It's Sunday, regional weekend. They understand the lay of the land. 92, barely any wind, and plenty of sunshine. This one is driven left field. Cincinnati answers. Cal Sefcik with a 2-run blast. It's 5-4.
No cheapies at the yard today. Down and away, he gets a changeup and drops the bat head all over this baseball. 420 feet. Hey, we're smoking barbecue out there. Cal Sefcik smoking baseballs.
Hey, fourth inning magic again for Cincinnati. That's when they took off against the Raging Cajuns last time.
This is a bring your lunch pail for an offense day. I'm telling you, it's going to be double digits in order to win this game.
That's the feel. Late into the weekend, it's hard on these pitchers, even for a guy as tough as Herman. 5-4, no outs in the fourth. Cincinnati scored 5 in the fourth against Louisiana Friday. That's fouled back on a hanger by Christian Mitchell. Ball and 2 strikes on the 7-man. And he swings through it. 5th strikeout for Herman.
It's exactly what Coach Deggs told us at the start of the inning. Hey, we're going to throw at bats. He's the wily 38-year-old southpaw, apparently, today. The response, though, very strong. Now, you get Mitchell, and with Jackson Smith, lefties you've eaten up all year long. Go find and hunt 2 quick outs. Right back on track.
Louisiana is going to be willing to live with Cincinnati hitting balls in the zone.
You're almost okay with Herman giving up 7-8 runs today as long as he's able to get you 7-8 innings.
Right. More about the length. Jackson Smith swings right through it. You feel good about the way your offense is playing, and just realistically, you're not playing just to win this game. You're playing to win the regional, which requires 3 more wins, including this one. Jackson Smith drives it, center field. Lewis's hat flies off, but he glides over there for the catch.
You join us for the first time here at the Starkville Regional. This has been a common theme. Noah Lewis is so fast. He's going to run out of that hat probably 2 or 3 more times today with the way that these bats keep swinging it. Great range, long strider. He tracks this down with ease. This is not an easy play, but we're going to need some bobby pins. It's a good head of hair, but watch. Yeah, I guess I've never had this issue, Jack. When you're that fast, hats struggle to stay on.
Yeah, we can't relate.
No.
Pushing the bunt foul with 2 outs, Charlie Niehaus trying to catch Louisiana off guard. There's got to be like a mile-per-hour barrier where if he reaches a certain mark, the hat will come off.
I do believe the stirrups somehow make dudes faster too. Such a fan. I wore them since I was 5 years old because of my grandfather. So kudos to Noah Lewis. I don't think I got the speed attributes when I put them on, but he sure did.
If you do stirrups right, it's the best look.
Man, I was a tweener stirrup guy. He's rocking it probably the way you're supposed to, but I liked my pants looking like I was getting ready for the flood. Since I was built like a praying mantis, it felt like the filth to build better.
Charlie Niehaus at the bottom goes to center. Third hit this inning for Cincinnati. Highlighted by the 2-run homer from Sefcik.
Already the 5th hit of the game for Cincinnati. 4 of them on fastballs. Like, they're geared up for heater. They are not missing. And when we speak with Jordan Bischel next half inning, I'd be interested, like, what is the second half approach? We've seen him make it, obviously, against Louisiana just 2 days ago, but he's got such a great mind for the game. It'll be interesting to see what he sees this afternoon so far.
I mean, all the coaches we've had this weekend, awesome conversations.
All look like they could still play, too.
Look at that seat.
Coaches are taking care of business. Like Forrest Gump, I just want to be a bird. Fly up there, hang out, be a fan.
I think all the coaches, Matt Deggs told us this, they'd like to see some balls go up near that foul pole where our friendly bird is sitting. Short porch and right. And a strike to Tyranski at the top. Struck out against Herman in the 2nd. And the tying run on base with Niehaus after his single. On the edge for a strike.
Good spot.
1-2.
The importance of winning the 0-0, statistically the 1-1 pitch, the most important really in any college baseball, where you'll see those splits where now all of a sudden 2-1 I'm ahead versus 1-2. Tyranski's now really got to fight.
Runner goes, throw from Brown on the money but late. That's a difficult pickup, going low and away. And a runner in scoring position now for Cincy with 2 outs.
Herman's controlled the run game really quite well today, but you see he gets a nice vaulting lead into it. A great throw from Colt Brown, but not in time. The 12th stolen base of the year for Niehaus.
Drifts outside, it's full. Derek Pitts on deck.
Almost identical situation as the 2nd with a bunch of righties. It's a must-have out here with Herman against Tyranski, his lefty.
Tyranski stays alive. Saw the runner in scoring position numbers for him at 500 on the season. Unusual for a redshirt freshman. He has got a mature presence in the box and is not afraid to take a walk either. Pops this up, drifting left side, and out of play. Drew Markle's at third now. Louisiana's going to change their defensive bunch. Lee Amadeus at first, Owen Goltz at second, and Donovan LaSalle's in right.
Dave for Maddox Mandino now closed, but this infield shifts based off of hitter tendencies quite literally inning to inning. Yesterday against Lipscomb, we saw the infield change 3 innings in a row.
Tyranski high in the air. Lewis going back, plants, and in for the catch. Tyranski just missing another home run against Louisiana. 5-4 game now. All right, on Thursday, before we got started regional weekend, Coach Bischel and his kids were out there taking BP. Little Chase could barely hold the bat up. He was ripping away. Got the neon cutoffs. They were decked out in swag and loving every minute. Coach, what has this weekend been like for you and your family?
Yeah, it's awesome to have them here. They obviously are not around Dad a ton in the spring as we're traveling. There he is on the big screen, too, doing whatever the kids do these days. Coolest part right there, he's sitting with Corey Klingenbeck, one of our catchers from last year. That's awesome.
Hey, the boys behind you splashing water, dousing themselves. It's a hot one today, Coach, kind of like the bats of Enzo Infelice and Cal Sefcik. How have you liked the approach today?
Yeah, it's been great. We're battling our butts off. And you know what? Connor Blue's given up some runs, but there's been one free pass. I challenge our guys. We got to throw strikes, and we got to compete with 2 strikes. We're doing both those things. It's 2 good baseball teams, right? You got to enjoy it. NCAA tournament, 48 teams left.
Good stuff, Coach. Go drink that Diet Mountain Dew.
You got it. Cool and refreshing. I appreciate what you guys do for college baseball. It means a lot.
Thank you,
Go
Coach.
Bearcats.
Always has it planted right next to him.
What a legend. Mountain Dew. Come on. What are we doing here?
Sorry,
Let's take care of him.
Diet Mountain Dew.
It's the same company.
It is.
Right?
You're right.
If
You're right.
the Diet Mountain Dew is a different LLC, that's on me. If we're making our pitch, guys, we got to be on the money. We got to be spot on, because this guy's dedicating it for college baseball, dedicating it to the city of Cincinnati. We're laying it on the line for him too. Mountain Dew, take care of him.
Noah Lewis hammers it down the left field line, and foul. Yeah, one of those days, huh? Balls are flying.
Pat Deggs was looking for a foul pole. He told us this morning he nearly got one.
He literally was begging for more home runs in his post-game press conference yesterday. He was saying, this ballpark's playing small in certain spots. Can we get a couple to go out?
Be careful what you ask for when you play Cincinnati.
That's true. And Lewis fights this one off against Connor Blue.
Talk about the antics behind Coach Bischel, by the way, unfazed.
You don't think he's used to those with 3 boys?
That's a really good point.
And Lewis gets under this one. Sunshine is bright today. Niehaus calls it from shortstop and makes a nice catch.
No wind, but that baseball just kept drifting out into shallow center field. All laughs. Shortstop's got all priority of the infield, so Niehaus calls off Smith.
Well, Derek Pitts looked a little confused coming in from center field. They talked about it for a moment.
I was going to say, but Derek Pitts in center's got priority over anyone. 42 wants the baseball. It's like Kelly Leak in the Bad News Bears. He gets to call if anyone he wants, and I think that's why you saw him chuckling after that play.
All is good. The out was there. And the lineup card flips over to Blaze Rodriguez. after pitch 61 for Connor Blue in the fourth. 5 hits his last 7 at-bats. It is interesting what Coach Bishop was talking about with us earlier this inning. The reality of where both teams are, you need length out of your starting pitching, so you just have to be willing to ride these guys even if they are giving up runs.
Love how both staffs have great self-awareness of what this elimination game kind of reflects and means.
This is tailing right side and onto the berm.
But 2 totally different conversations. For Deggs, it's a senior southpaw who's been there, who's done that. Oh, heads up. Part of the facilities team here at Mississippi State at Duty Noble almost darted his buddy up with a baseball.
You have to be aware of the baseball field. We found that out yesterday with our friend at Coastal Carolinas. There's a chopper to shortstop off the pad of a Florida State player. Nailed him right in the head.
Sun Belt foe for Louisiana, who faced him twice, eliminated him from the Sun Belt tournament. Coastal Carolina, who played for a national championship last year, heading home. Going 2-2 in the Tallahassee Regional.
I think everybody here around Starkville's pretty happy that Southern Miss 2 and done. All the Mississippi State fans.
But maybe not super stoked about what's happening up in Lincoln, Nebraska.
No.
I almost feel like I'm not allowed to say it in this stadium, but Ole Miss getting off to a really nice start, 2-0.
Mark Collins fouls it back. 0-2 now. That was 95, Jack, from Blue. His top heat of the day.
And to finish our thought, right, Deggs and Herman, savvy coach, old arm. This is a freshman getting his first taste of the postseason. He's really held his own.
Really holding his own. A fine 4th inning with a strikeout to end it. Responding after giving up a few last inning. Long day ahead on Sunday. Regional weekend, regional final tonight. Winner of this one gets to take on Mississippi State and try and force a 7th game this weekend. On Monday, Left Field Lounge Lizards are already out.
Alliteration strong for these Mississippi State fans. They have already started cooking for a night that hopefully they will remember for a long time. Could this be the evening they head back to a super?
First time since 21. And Derek Pitts leading off, watches outside from Andrew Herman. But step one, win this one. Gone back and forth to start here. Cincinnati has the last 2 runs. Heart of the lineup coming up. And it's a 2-ball, no strike count on Derek Pitts, who has a single today off Herman in the first. Watches the spinner for strike one. Pitts has been Cincinnati's best bat against lefties coming into the weekend. 469 against lefties coming into regionals. Fouls it straight back.
See him pointing into that Cincinnati dugout too. I think in large part, for whatever reason, the pitch recognition against left-handed pitchers for him, he says he sees the baseball out of the hand just a bit better.
Saw a fastball up there. There's only been 2 walks so far for Herman. Those were in each of the first 2 innings. 3-2. Big hole right side of the infield. On the edge. And Pitts is not happy about it.
He's fired up. He goes heater up, and then he goes heater away. He frankly misses the spot, and I think that's why he's upset with Colt Brown's setup in. To me, this is just a great pitcher spot. Really close in a 3-2 count because Herman is around the zone as often as he is. I think that's why he gets the benefit of the doubt in the full count.
That's just into Quentin Coates. And upstairs. I think Pitts had a case there. It looked about a ball outside. Now a good spot for Herman to just make it close, right? That's some of the intensity we're going to see the rest of the day as the season's on the line for both. Goes around.
Another nice breaking ball. Nearing the 90 pitch mark yet. The breaking ball almost feels a little bit sharper than the first 2 innings.
Fastball just misses the upper right corner. 3 balls and a strike. Hitters count for one of the best sluggers in the country. Watches a slider in there. He thought it was ball 4.
Coach doesn't love it, and our umpires have been really great this weekend. I think what we're starting to learn about this zone, though, a little bit more liberal east to west, north to south, not as much.
Swing and throw, back-to-back Ks. All right, the 7th strikeout. This is Landon Hairston for Arizona State across the country. Does not like the call. And look at that bat flip. He's ejected, and if Arizona State wins, now he can't play tonight.
Wow, that's huge.
Hairston, one of the best hitters in the country.
Could win the Golden Spikes, Jack. It's huge for Ole Miss, as we talked about him just a few batters ago. They're waiting on the winner of that game. If Arizona State pulls ahead, he won't be able to play in that night game.
A little extra adrenaline and fire for everyone on Sunday regional weekend. Derek Pitts and Quentin Coates not liking the strike calls today. It is a matter of centimeters. These guys are going to fight for it. Ball and a strike on Jack Natilli. Watches just outside. Herman's fallen behind in every count so far this inning, but he's worked back for 2 strikeouts. No matter what happened to Derek Pitts, he's going to live and die with every pitch for his teammates. 2-2. Old school sign. More pitch comm issues. Fastball coming in. The Herminator strikes out the side.
Three up, three down. Look at the emotion from the fifth-year senior.
Another look at Brian O'Connor, the Road to Omaha statue. Omaha native, now the head coach of Mississippi State. He's been to Omaha a time or two in his days at Virginia, trying to lead the Bulldogs back there for the first time since 2021. They're on to the regional final, awaiting the winner of this game, and whoever wins will have to beat Mississippi State twice tonight, then a game on Monday to take the regional, while Mississippi State needs just one more win to move on to Supers and perhaps face Georgia for a fifth, sixth, maybe seventh time this year. Freshman Connor Blue still out there on the mound for Cincinnati, bottom five. A couple of Warriors with him and the senior Andrew Herman. 3-4-5 up for the Raging Cajuns after Herman struck out the side. That's in on Amadei, and it got him. Second hit by pitch for Connor Blue today.
And this is a really uncomfortable one. This is his 15th HBP of the year, and he's such a good hitter. It's yes, 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 no. Watch the hands fire. This is actually going to get him on the back forearm. Something we'll have to keep an eye on moving forward in this game. And this just catches straight flesh right off that back forearm. And as a hitter out the hand, it's yes, yes, yes. So the hands are firing. It's going to be a good active take when he doesn't swing, and instead, you don't see a lot of HBPs off the back limbs.
He saw the grimace for Amadei afterwards. He was like, ooh, that almost hit Colt Brown. Now the bullpen's starting to get going again for Cincinnati with Chad Brown jogging down there.
2 wide misses. Needs a quick mound visit. Chad Brown, another one of those big freshmen, 6'6", a Michigan native. They're really excited about Chad Brown, and obviously what we've seen from Connor Blue today. 2 youngsters with fastballs in the mid-90s. What's there not to be excited about?
Well, he was loosening earlier in the game, but then he paused because Connor Blue started to settle in.
And remember, he actually got up last night against Mississippi State after Butchkowski and worked him out of that jam. It's a 1-1 game. They had sent Chad Brown last night down to the pen when it was still close, but then ended up holding him once that game started to get a bit out of hand. That's how they feel about the youngster. Like they knew that they were going to need him today with their backs up against the wall.
When does Jordan Bischel pull the trigger here?
I don't know. He's playing catch, and he's playing catch fast. Catcher hasn't gotten down yet with the pitch count still right around 70. It's the third time through the lineup. That Drew Markle, Donovan LaSalle part of the order feels like that might be the time to make a move because they have teed off on the young freshman Connor Blue.
Yeah, both with extremely hard hit balls in each of their at-bats. Both homering as well. It's Colt Brown for now with a hitter's count. And Amade at first to start the fifth. Scores rolling in. Jacksonville State leading 4-0 in Hattiesburg. Wave and a miss for Brown. Everyone getting decked out for tonight.
Mardi Gras in Starkville? Sure.
It's been a pretty communal effort as this has popped up right side. Jackson Smith shielding the sun. He'll call it and catch it. There's kind of been like a unification between the Ragin' Cajun fans and Mississippi State fans. They've been supporting each other to a degree on Twitter, but they also haven't played each other yet.
They hydrate similarly. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Well, in all seriousness, you have to hydrate really well today.
I don't think they are, if we're being honest.
Just sit in the shade.
Appreciate a good menu. The boudin and barbecue mix has been a delight for us up here.
Certainly has. What food are we going to get delivered to us tonight?
I don't know. I feel like I'm still sweating out the tacos from last night. See, up top, 90 degrees, but 105 down field level today.
Off the end of the bat, Blue turns, on target throw, and beat him to first. Clutch double play to end the inning. Looked like it could be dicey with Brown at the plate, man on, nobody out. It ends in a hurry. Cincinnati keeping it just a one-run deficit as the freshman on the mound handles the double play beautifully. Andrew Herman striking out the side last inning, getting stronger as the game goes on.
8 punchies, and that slider has been dialed in. A heater at 87, 88. It has really kept Cincinnati sleeping. And with that pitch count nearing the century mark, he's back out for his 6th inning of work. Love the Bulldog mentality from the 5th-year senior.
Wave and a miss to start for Enzo Infeliz. Single and a run scored on the 2-run homer from Sefcik back in the 4th. He's thrown 3 complete games this year. Very doubtful he does that today. As Infeliz drives this in the gap, it is down. Past the diving Donovan LaSalle. And a long single.
I'll tell you, Big 12 Freshman of the Year, he's the best player you don't know about yet. For college baseball fans looking for star power in the sport, what he's done this weekend and all season long, he entered today hitting 369, double-digit homers. He's going to catch a ton next year. I've been as impressed as anyone we've seen this weekend in Enzo Infeliz.
Jordan Bischel thinks he could be the best hitter in the country next year.
Said he's never in his entire coaching career seen a freshman this ready, this early.
Now Matt Deggs is going to come out to the mound to talk to Herman. But to put up those numbers, to go a little bit deeper on Infeliz, just shy of 370, playing in one of the best 3 conferences in college baseball. He doesn't look like a freshman. I don't know if it's the frame or just the calmness in the box. He's been fantastic. Andrew Herman battled today. So many innings in this season and in his career. A round of applause as Andrew Herman's day and maybe season is done. All right, had plenty of runs over the first part of this game. Cincinnati got on the board early. 2 RBI single for Enzo Infeliz, but Louisiana, they've been battle tested all year. They respond with 3 in the second. They scored 5 unanswered to take a 5-2 lead. They just kept hitting the freshman Connor Blue very hard. Blue settled down after that, but the heart of the order has been very strong for the Raging Cajuns today. Drew Markle, Donovan LaSalle, fantastic. Cincinnati with the latest answer. Sefcik with a 2-run homer. It is 5-4. And we are in the 6th inning now. Tight game, elimination game. Winner gets Mississippi State in a regional final tonight. And finally, Louisiana is going to the bullpen. Tyler Pappenbrock. If everything was going to go well today, he might have started the next game. They need him now, Jack.
4-year NAIA letter winner at Huntington. Has a fastball, sinker, slider mix. As you can see, it's an unorthodox arm slot. Really uncomfy, big body, 6'4", 225-pounder, making his 22nd appearance of the year. Control, an issue at times, 25 strikeouts to 23 walks. But when he is in the zone, really difficult to hit, especially for lefties.
Left on right here with Sefcik at the plate. 2-run homer his last time up. Hitters count. Jordan Bischel told us that when things are right for Cal Sefcik, everything turns into a home run. He rolls over this one left side, foul.
Hands team, nice play down there.
You said it, man. These coaches, Still get out there and ball.
Athlete, it's amazing.
Your second bench warmers reference of the weekend.
Probably too many. Sorry, everybody.
Never too many. And Sefcik stays alive.
Nice approach. The homer's coming to flurry. This year he's battled some injuries. And getting to play with his brother for the first time, Coach Bishel said has been such a special opportunity just for him to watch those two kids thrive together. But just his first homer of the year. To your point, maybe they come in pairs.
And Jordan Bishel knows him better than anybody. He sees him in fall and in practice, so that's where that statement comes from, that everything can turn to a home run, even though he hasn't hit one until today. He's worked it full. Infeliz at first. And pops this foul.
But to your point, he hit 7 last year, 43 ribbies and 9 doubles, slugged nearly 500. Like, the juice is very real. Like, kid's built like a Mike linebacker. Like, I'm good. We saw Jackson Smith take one on the chin, meeting Mr. Parker in the A-gap last night. All these Bearcats, man, super physical.
This is popped right side and will tail to LaSalle in right field. So if Jackson Smith, or rather Cal Sefcik, is the Mike linebacker, I think Jackson Smith is a wide receiver coming over the middle.
Yeah, your slot guy.
Yeah.
Catches it right on the money, run through your chest, sure.
No, seriously, Cincinnati is a very physical team. Like, you can just sense it in batting practice with their frames. Obviously a great strength and conditioning program, and they built their roster that way. Christian Mitchell fits that billing as well. Watches strike one from the new pitcher, Tyler Pappenbrock. Oh, 2.
From 92. From where he lets go of the baseball. As a hitter, you've asked me a few times, like, how do you attack this? I'm not really sure. Like, there's really no way to simulate this release point. So right now, you're seeing a lot of defensive swings right now from Cincinnati on their heels.
It stays out. If you're having trouble picking up the release point, do you start to pick a spot over the plate?
Yeah, the same idea with these guys that throw from that 3/4 arm slot. It's usually a sinker slider. So instead of sitting on a pitch, you just sit in a zone.
That was lower in the zone and fouled away.
So you say understanding that as a right-handed hitter, that slider's going to run into my hand, that two-seam fastball that's going to start out over middle. It's going to be really nasty on the outer third. That pitch is going to be tough to hit. So as a hitter, you go, great, I'm just not going to let him beat me on the inside part of the plate.
Right down the gut against Christian Mitchell for strike 3.
And Mitchell's all over the plate. This is just a perfectly executed fastball. Colt Brown right at the top of the zone. Unable to get there. Mitchell doesn't love the call. Pappenbrock sits him down. 2 quick ones.
Jackson Smith, 2 gone. Infeliz at first, swinging first pitch. Rodriguez, throw across the diamond, Speedy Smith, he's safe. Rodriguez realized at the last moment, I gotta hurry up here. And the stolen base leader for Cincinnati, able to beat it out, extend the inning.
Softball World Series is taking place in OKC. This is just a little slap hit. Leads the team with 21 stolen bases, and Jackson Smith.
Oh man.
So close, bang, bang. Nice pick by Amade on the other side.
That's a heck of a call. He's safe by Brian Miller down there at first. Now at the bottom, Niehaus. Took a moment for Colt Brown to locate it. Infeliz to second, Smith at first.
How nice of a play from Blaze Rodriguez. Just to even make it close.
Yeah. .88 coming in for a strike. Niehaus at the bottom's had a good regional so far. Hit today, homered against Louisiana 2 days ago. Cajun fans don't like it. 2-1. That also misses.
Now 3-1, Charlie Niehaus gets to be really selective. He's looking for one pitch in one spot, sell out heater, stay within yourself. His eyes are set on right center field.
It's over the outside edge, not Niehaus's pitch. Count is full. Runners will be going on the pitch. Extra base hit could give Cincinnati the lead. Going right side, infield shifted. LaSalle throwing to third, game is tied. Charlie Niehaus comes through, and the last 3 runs have gone to Cincy.
You knew he was going to try to hit a baseball the other way with that two-seam fastball running directly into his barrel. He's able to beat the shift. He's a pull hitter, but not in this AB. Another clutch 2-out hit. Look at the big fella. Rumbling, stumbling around third base. The freshman ties the ball game.
Now it's first and third, 2 outs with Tyranski at the top. Runner goes from first. And Niehaus now in scoring position as well, joining Smith.
Take away the force out. Niehaus runs well.
Cincinnati could go up by 2 runs with a single here. Missing inside, 2 balls, no strikes.
After Herman's exited the game, even umpires too, the zone feels like it's gotten a little bit tighter this inning.
Yeah, felt a little bit wider before this inning. Brino.
And for Greg Charles, our home plate umpire, we told you the zone's been great really all week during this regional, but it's a new arm slot, maybe taking some time to get used to as well, because to your point, especially east to west, the zone was far bigger going into this inning.
Almost hit him ball 4 anyway. Bases are loaded with Derek Pitts coming up.
Pappenbrock hates it because it's a 4-pitch walk. The lefty sub, he loves to throw 2 lefties. And now this is the heart of that Cincinnati order. Playing with fire with 2 outs. And Derek Pitts, who loves the big moment. He's done it defensively this week, still looking for that signature offensive moment in regional play. Could this be it?
Good shot of the togetherness for this Louisiana team.
These conversations, what is there to say? It's not mechanical. Did you see that line? I'm so proud of you. What a cool moment where you just get it. Taylor Sandefur and this staff, they've been through trials and tribulations over the last 6 weeks of the year. This is a kid that pitched in NAIA baseball for 4 years, and now in his 5th season, he gets to pitch at the dude in a regional. And what's Taylor Sandifer say? Proud of you. Go get your guy.
Sometimes they just need that dose of perspective and belief. We'll see if it changes the vibes for Pappenbrock. Pitts watches out. Jordan Bischel told us earlier this week, Derek Pitts lives for the big moments. If we could be tied in the ninth every time he came to bat, he'd have 60 homers. Bases are loaded for him in a tie game.
Pappenbrock's thrown fastball 93% of the time in 2-0 counts, but right now struggling to find the spot. Wouldn't be surprised to see if he goes slider.
That's 7 straight balls. It has to be a take here. 1 ball away from walking in the go-ahead run. A 2-out rally for Cincinnati. There's a strike.
Dials it a little bit back. He was 90-91. That fastball at 87 miles per hour, just kind of gathering himself a little bit.
Big hole left side of the infield, up the middle for Pitts. Swinging through it. 3-2, 2 outs. Biggest moment of the game. It's low and inside. Pitts slams his bat as he walks in the go-ahead run.
Watch the reaction as the count's pushed to 3-2. Rev the engine, boys. I gotcha. Think this game means anything to 42? Just a sophomore. The confident swagger of a 10-year big leaguer.
A bat spike in the 6th.
That's a great point. In the 6th. Gronk would be proud of that spike.
Phenomenal. Well, Cincinnati's now in front. They've scored the last 4 runs. Hey, the bases are still loaded for one of the elite home run hitters in the country right now, who still hasn't had his big moment of regionals. Watch his strike 2. Can Pappenbrock limit the damage? A long way to go. His 33rd pitch on the way now. Coates holds off. That'll take some guts.
Yeah, it's a really good pitch. I think we saw Pitts rung up on it in his last at-bat when he took offense to the call, and now Pappenbrock unable to get it. But a really nice spot 0-2. It's a setup pitch to try to get Coates out on his toes.
Coates waves through it. Huge strikeout to leave the bases loaded. But Cincinnati does get a couple. 2-out rally. It's the Bearcats going in front in our elimination game.
After 4 years at the NAIA level, Tyler Pappenbrock attacks one of the best hitters in baseball with just 4 heaters. Gets to 0-2, misses with the heater away, and responds with a 90-mile-per-hour two-seam fastball to sit down the man with the 4th most homers in the country, and their skipper fired up. Coach-led, player-led, meeting in between innings to try to pick up this staff, wake up this offense. A team who has played with their backs against the wall for 6 weeks. Sound like a broken record, Jack, but that has been their story. How do they now respond yet again?
It feels like there's been a lot of coaching today from Matt Deggs, even with his hitters at the plate. A lot of them are turning to him right there, right on the edge of the dugout, for advice between pitches. LaSalle, straight away, center field. Pitts is going back, he's done it again! Tying the game in a heartbeat, his second of the day.
Message received, coach. Box something up. I got you. Multi-homer game in a regional for Donovan LaSalle, and both of them to dead center field. The first 446, this a measly 404 at Duty Noble. Donovan LaSalle, have yourself a ball game.
Single homer for LaSalle off Connor Blue, who's still out there for Cincinnati. Now 2 balls, no strikes on Owen Galt. These teams are battling. The batting average not high for LaSalle, but if you bring the pop and the RBI production, you know your role like he does. You got a spot on any team. Chop it to short, 1 gone.
I'll tell you what, though, he's been so much better down the stretch. It was a slow start. He started his career at Oklahoma State. He was a senior high school draft guy with lofty expectations. Now you become the everyday guy, and with all the talent in the world, it feels like the game is slowing down for him in the back half of the stretch. He had a multi-homer game. It was the first of his career against Texas State in the tournament just a week ago. 8 days later, does it again.
Josh Lim up with 1 out. Yeah, to go with that 2-homer game against Texas State. He had one against Southern Miss in the championship 2 at the Sun Belt tournament. So 3 home runs in 2 games coming into regional. Started a little slow, 1 for 7 the last couple days. Man, has he come alive. Six apiece in the 6th. Go take a break from the heat.
Yeah.
Try to regroup.
Cool off. Go do it. Go see wherever you want, Donovan. You keep leaving the yard to dead center, we'll call you. Let you know when to come play some defense.
Lim, left side, gonna be tough. Throw across the body, no chance to get the very fast Josh Lim. And the NCAA Regionals coverage for all 16 sites continues tomorrow on the ESPN family of networks and the ESPN app. For more information, visit ncaa.com, the home for all NCAA championships. If there are regional sites that make it to tomorrow, it is winner take all. Tonight, whoever's gone 2-0 in regionals to this point in the driver's seat. 1 win away. Winner of this game, whether it's Donovan LaSalle in Louisiana or Cincinnati, got to beat Mississippi State tonight and tomorrow.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, with 15,000 coming at you at the Dude. Noah Lewis at the bottom with 1 out. Showed bunt, takes it, and that scoots away. That's going to send Lim to second base. And the throw goes into center. Lim wants 3 now. Pitts, throw is late. Now it's a man on third with 1 out.
There's a lot to break down here. You know, in hockey, we're playing for a Stanley Cup. When he turns to bunt, just like a hockey goalie, when this bat almost skews the vision a bit, it almost looks like it goes through the mitt of Natili as well. You get Lewis out over the plate, so he drops that baseball. Then it's a kick of Natili to get away from him. He makes that throw off his back foot.
To third base, Lim was moving on contact. Got a pickle. Lim running back. He's very fast. It's a chase. Lim is out. Huge second out. And with the infield playing in, Lim gets caught moving forward.
Heady everywhere from Lim just to get to third base, but he sees ball down and takes off. It's really freeze, especially with the infield in a tie ball game. I don't mind the risk and the gamble if that baseball's hit to either short or second. But Lewis, a little upset with himself, as in that situation, he's just trying to lift the baseball. If you remember, back in the second inning, he had an opportunity with runners in scoring position, and he struck out. Looking now, a 5-2 put out, a bit upset with himself for the really talented freshman center fielder.
Now we've got the first pitching change for Cincinnati. Connor Blue, freshman, pitching in his first regional, exiting the game, tied at 6.
Welcome to Squeeze Play. All the highlights, all the big moments.
Got a chance to have some big-time fireworks.
6 to 8 games on the screen at one time.
You're going to be locked in for that.
The season on the line.
Hashtag Squeeze Play. Send us some tweets. Maybe we'll put you on the social wall.
The storybook season will continue.
If you haven't watched Squeeze Play yet, I don't know what you're doing. ESPN, the home for the NCAA College Baseball Regionals. For around-the-clock multi-game coverage, scan the QR code. ESPN Plus subscribers can access expanded coverage with Squeeze Play. Got you covered all around the country. Regional weekend elimination game Sunday. Winner plays later tonight against Mississippi State. 2 outs, bottom 6, pitching change for Cincinnati. Freshman Chad Brown is in.
6'6", 230. This guy was an all-state baseball player in high school, but also football and basketball too. A really high-level athlete, making his 20th appearance of the year. Look at the numbers. He's been arguably, outside of Butchkowski, their most valuable reliever this season. Over 36 and a third, 41 strikeouts to 22 walks. A heater that'll run up to 95 miles per hour. really another exciting prospect for Jordan Bischel in Cincinnati.
And he comes in facing the top of the order, Blaze Rodriguez with Noah Lewis. Fantastic speed at second base. Cincinnati just ran itself into an out with a go-ahead run at third. Rodriguez, right side, into right field. Windmill is on. Throw from right is off. Tag is late. Raging Cajuns in front.
Louisiana gives the lead, and then they take it right back. The clutch 2-out hitting from Blaze Rodriguez, who entered the regionals just hitting .236 on the year. But the approach, middle backside, has been so beneficial for the stud shortstop. 4 hits yesterday, make it 2 more today, and an RBI single here in the 6th to get Matt Deggs and Louisiana back on top.
Collins hunting first pitch. Jack, you called it beginning of the game. It feels like a day where double figures is going to be the winning mark.
You're just stretched thin. I mean, this is one of their better relievers, but offensively, both of these teams, they've had to be really creative in the way that they manufacture runs. So having seen Friday and Saturday, guys, with the aces kind of out the back door, these offenses were excited to get to the field today.
Ball and a strike on Collins. And Donovan LaSalle offensively the story so far for Louisiana. Leading off with a solo home run this inning to tie it. And manufacturing the go-ahead run late in the 6th. 1-2.
Filthy breaking ball from Chad Brown. You know he'll have an opportunity to face that bad man. 2 homers today, his 2nd multi-homer game of the season for Donovan LaSalle.
Wave and a miss ends the inning, but not before Louisiana takes the lead.
No cheapies today at Dudy Noble Field. The first 446, this 406, both to dead center. Donovan LaSalle and the Raging Cajuns lead 7-6 when we return.
Welcome back to the NCAA Baseball Regionals presented by Capital One. Gorgeous day in Starkville, but it is hot and humid. Deep into the afternoon. And tonight, Mississippi State waits for the winner of this one. We are on to the 7th. Louisiana scoring 2 in the bottom half of the 6th to answer Cincinnati's 2 in the top half. Most back and forth game in regionals in Starkville that we've had so far. Jack Natilli leading off against Tyler Pappenbrock. The Tilly tortured Louisiana on Friday night with 3 home runs. Third time he's done that this year. But quiet at the plate since then. On the inside edge for a strike. To the left side, tough play. Rodriguez jumping, throw! Come on! Shades of Jeter for the first out.
We're all dancing after this play. Deep in the 6 hole. One smooth motion and a throw. Oh, he's got a cannon cotton. Blaze Rodriguez, look where it goes. Let's go with this baseball. He's in shallow left center field. He throws it through Lee Amade's head. What a play from the freshman.
That was spectacular. The coaching staff told us before the weekend, there's going to be a play that stuns you from Blaze Rodriguez at some point in the weekend, and we just saw it.
I think I've seen 3.
He's been a couple great ones, but that, the best we've seen.
He struggled at times with the bat this year. Would have no idea. He's tore through this Starkville Regional. Defensively, we knew it was real. This is an elite fielding and defensive team based on fielding percentages and a ton of different metrics. You just need your eyes in the gut to know that guy's legit.
How many good freshmen do we have in this matchup? Including this guy. 3 for 3 today. Future bright for both. But they're thinking about an elimination game right now and a date with Mississippi State tonight. Infeli's going left side. That is foul. Just left of the line.
Talked about them moving around this defense. Markle, who started this game at second base. It was Amade down in third. Shuffle the deck. Even watching in their practice, every guy takes ground balls from every position. That almost a remarkable play by Markle as well.
We'll shift the infield based on the pitching matchup. Who's at the plate? 1-2. Fleas doesn't chase. And to wrap up the thought on Blaze Rodriguez, Matt Degg said he's a step ahead of where Kyle DeBarge was, who was a first-team All-American at shortstop.
Drafted by the Astros. Lofty praise, rightfully deserved.
Foul again from Infeliz. Now let's see if this freshman can make something happen for Cincinnati. He's got 10 homers on the year, 1 swing away from tying it, but the power and potential to be a 20-homer guy. Got a little buckled, but held.
Even that side shot, this kid oozes composure. In the box, I'm looking at the pitch clock. You guys are on my time. I'll turn my head at the 8-second mark. Heart rate.
Swings through it. A fist pump for Pappenbrock. 2 gone.
Finally surrendering Infeliz. The reaction of Pappenbrock says it all. With 3 hits already today, 3-2. He goes in on the hands of the fastball. Up to 88. Check out the reaction. Oh, he wanted that one. 2 quick outs.
following up what his team did on offense in the bottom of the 6th. And a strike to Cal Sefcik, who does have a homer today. This inning started with a sensational play from Rodriguez in the hole. Louisiana trying to go 1-2-3. And it's 0-2. Rodriguez ranging, picks it up, spinning. No way! No way! This shortstop's incredible.
The diaper dandy, not once, but how about twice? Running, twirling, throwing. Sports Center, I got 2 for you. Cheater!
Blaze Rodriguez is 19 years old, and he just made 2 of the best plays we've ever seen on this stage.
The play in the 6-hole, there are very few people on the planet that can make a throw of that nature. The one through the middle of the field, shades of Alex Bregman in the College World Series, a video that's gone viral, it feels like every year. Spinning, throwing, he's a freshman?
All in the same inning. One to his right, one to his left. It's full range. Chopper right side. Coates all over it. And Amade sat down. All right, you got 2 strong pitchers out of the pen out there for each team. Very offensive game so far. Might be more of a pitching battle down the stretch.
The conversation of, well, you'd love to be able to bring one of these guys back tonight. There is no tonight. It is just right now with a 1-run game in the bottom of the 7th.
Part of the lineup is up for Louisiana in the 7th. Colt Brown 0 for 3. Homered yesterday. And the batting average leader for the Raging Cajuns. We were talking pitching strategy just for the outlook of the day, and you're right. We're just focused on right now. But whoever wins this, you get through this game using just 2 pitchers, that would be massive to give yourself a chance tonight.
And both seem to have found some level of comfortability. Cincinnati sends their back-end bully, Adam Buchkowski, who we saw in last night's game.
He pitched a lot, too. But with his motion, he recovers easier than most, coming from that low slot, and he could throw every day.
Another one of those guys. It looks at Coach Bischel after 40 pitches this morning. He'll come back tonight and go, great, I got 60 more tonight for you, Coach.
Colt Brown sends it high, left center field. It's out! 2-run lead for the Raging Cajuns. These freshmen for Louisiana are phenomenal.
That begs wanted homers. Colt Brown said, heard, think he knew he got it. Walk it like you talk it, elevate and celebrate. Colt Brown gets a heater out over the heart of the plate and pummels it to left center field.
Rodriguez on defense, Brown at the plate. Raging Cajun fans have got to be stoked for this game and what's coming in the future.
Colt Brown, his 7th homer of the year. Think about the 2 he's hitting just this regional. Moonshots.
Arkell's got one today, but he strikes out. Chad Brown trying to keep it to 1. Cincinnati still has 6 outs to go, and with how offensive they can be, that is plenty of time. This has been the most dangerous man at the plate today. Home runs and back-to-back at-bats. Rocket right to third. 110 snared by Christian Mitchell. Donovan LaSalle's locked in. Runs into a tough luck out. 7 gone.
You say you want to play the hot corner. Enter Donovan LaSalle, 110 off the bat. Almost knocks Christian Mitchell off of his heels, and watch the reaction as Mitchell runs by him. Sorry, big fella. Gotcha. Donovan LaSalle saying, yeah, I mean, I guess baseball's this fun when you're hitting everything this hard, but a quick reminder, not always that sweet of ball game.
Baseball gods have to even things out. He had 2 straight homers. And it's Christian Mitchell leading off here. Taking a strike from Pappenbrock. Season on the line for both, but Cincinnati behind by 2. 6 outs left to go. Winner gets Mississippi State tonight. Loser goes home.
We have not seen a ton of slider from Pappenbrock. He's had a lot of success with the fastball. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you're Cincinnati, the adjustment gotta be on time.
2 balls and a strike. Colt Brown behind the plate, just homered to extend the lead, saying, settle in. Three and 1. 7, 8, 9 up for Cincinnati right now. If they can get some traffic on the bases, top of the order's closing in. Mitchell saw his pitch, fouls it off.
Remember the Niehaus single against Pappenbrock that drove in a run? He got really tight with the hands and he just peppered it the other way into right field. Right now you're seeing some pull-happy swings from Cincinnati against Pappenbrock. That late life on the fastball, very deceptive.
Inner half of the plate, it's fouled off. Mitchell's standing pretty far off the plate right now.
Yeah, so you're allowing that baseball to roll right back into the barrel, but you're seeing almost, I don't want to say over-aggressive swings. You're just getting a lot of Ronnie rollover. Far easier said than done.
Another arm warming for Louisiana that we saw yesterday, Sawyer Pruitt. Christian Mitchell drives it on a line at the warning track, and it dies just before the 350 sign. Like a loud out. Man, this has been a fun game so far. Louisiana up by 2, 1 out in the 8th inning. Cincinnati has not been to a regional final in a long time, well before our current format was adopted in '99. Louisiana, well, they've been here a little bit more frequently. 14 straight regionals now where they've won at least 1 game, thanks to their win against Lipscomb yesterday. Got a long way to go before we start talking supers for either team, but that is still in play. Oh, 1 to Jackson Smith. Inside. Our Louisiana fan right behind home, arms outstretched, still does not understand the call. And fouled off the leg. That was definitively a foul off the leg of Jackson Smith. There was a debate about one of those last night. He's been beat up this regional.
Told him as he was walking on the field today, you and I walked right by him and I said, hey, first team all bar fight guy, Jackson Smith. Iron like jaw. He kind of giggled and his team was like, that's actually pretty spot on.
Barely got a piece. This guy's uniform shows it too. He's been diving everywhere. Got a little extra padding, like a boxer, maybe a UFC fighter on that left hand. Blaze Rodriguez have another spectacular play in him down the stretch. Smith with a soft fly to center. 2 gone. 4 outs remaining for Cincinnati. And Pappenbrock is starting to roll. Sat down 6 straight. Bottom of the order is up with Niehaus. .61 pitches for Tyler Pappenbrock. 1-1.
No pitch count needed right now. He's just throwing heater after heater. With no adjustment to be found, Pappenbrock has really locked it in.
Just misses. Hitters count for Niehaus. And he can get away with that because of the funky delivery and the movement he's got.
As a catcher, Cole Brown's just sitting right up down the middle of the plate and letting that ball dance.
Does it again. That one runs up and away.
And you can see he's presenting a big mitt, right? Hey, look here, aim, this is your trajectory, and then watch this baseball fly back all over the plate. Everything is touch and feel when you're throwing it this three-quarter slot, and I love the leadership from the freshman catcher, directionally trying to get it back through his chest.
Swinging away, hard contact. Lewis just gliding. That was close. Almost got over his head from Niehaus. Louisiana 3 outs away from a regional final. The big dogs await tonight in the regional final. Duke Stone, fantastic on Friday. Mississippi State going out of order a little bit, and Duke Stone met the challenge, 10 strikeouts. Then the ace on Saturday night. Tomas Valinkis, future first rounder. 10 strikeouts himself against a powerful Cincinnati lineup. Gave up a couple of runs late, otherwise dazzling in front of an awesome crowd at the Dude. On their way to a comfortable win, 2-0 record in a regional, and waiting for the winner of this one. Got to beat Mississippi State twice. Bulldogs need just one more win to win the regional. And Louisiana 3 outs away from facing Mississippi State tonight. It is 7-8-9 for Louisiana. Bottom 8, and the fans are already starting to pile in at the gates in their race for the berm.
92 degrees, feels like 105. Game time at 8 o'clock Eastern tonight. Yeah, they're already here.
It was a Friday afternoon, and there were over 11,000 people here.
At 1 o'clock. I think
who needs work?
They all had the same doctor's letter, I bet.
Yeah, exactly. Ron Polk signed it. Strikeout for Owen Galt. All right, Chad Brown on the mound trying to preserve 2-run game. Solo homer for some insurance from Colt Brown last inning. Cincinnati took the lead. Louisiana responded with 2 of its own to go up 7-6. And that 1 run from Brown in the 7th. Josh Lim, a couple of hits today. Scrappy, undersized guy getting that DH nod. Multiple hits this weekend. fouls it off. He's got 4 so far in regionals through 2 games.
All in on Josh Lim. Great plate coverage. He's done a great job riding in that back hip where you've seen him pepper balls in the left center gaps, right center gaps. We've seen a bunt for a hit this weekend. Really versatile stick. And yet again, another freshman.
Going up the middle, and Brown able to back up and pick it up. Lim's going to sprint it out no matter what.
I was going to say, and this is...
He almost ran all the way out there to meet the
It
fans.
is a hard 90 every time, despite it being a comebacker. You know it's most likely a 1-3 put out. He's going to make everything difficult. Respecting the game, his dad, Ron, played for Skip Burtman at LSU. He knows only one speed.
Got that closed stance for Lewis, who waits and takes. It's one of the more closed stances that we've seen in a while. Meanwhile, the jerseys come completely untucked for Chad Brown.
Yeah, we're not even pretending anymore, right? I mean, at 6'6", 230, I guess we're going to need a big uni for the big, strong fella, but we're not even trying to tuck this bad boy in. Oh, we're going to, get ready for the flood. Little tweeners action. There you go.
In honor of that, we're untucking our polos right now up in the booth. Lewis, shortstop. Niehaus, crossfire. Got him. 1, 2, 3. Last chance this season for Cincinnati. Elimination game. We are on to the 9th in Starkville. Appreciate you joining us on ESPN Plus. Jack Kaiser, Jack DeLongshaw. Elimination game in Starkville. Winner moves on to the regional final. Louisiana, 2-run lead, 3 outs away from meeting those fans head on tonight at the Dude. Mississippi State awaits. They're 2-0 on the weekend. And you got to beat the Bulldogs twice, starting tonight. Tyler Pappenbrock has been really strong out of the pen, and he gets the nod for the 9th as well. It is the top of the lineup up for Cincinnati, starting with Ryan Turansky, the redshirt freshman. Homered off Louisiana a couple of days ago. No hits today, but a walk. And he watches inside.
Important to note, this will be the 2nd time that the top of the lineup has faced Pappenbrock, and with the unique arm slot, sometimes really good hitters, really advantageous to see him yet again.
And pitch comp's been an issue all day for Louisiana. Looks like Drew Markle and Pappenbrock just switched. Now, the way Pappenbrock's been throwing, you pointed this out, he doesn't really need it. He's just been throwing fastballs.
He didn't throw a single slider last inning. Think about that mound visit from his pitching coach, Taylor Sandifer. He would eventually go on to walk Derek Pitts. Went down 3-0, mound visit, gets back to 3-2. He has been really nails since punching out Quentin Coates in the 6th.
Taransky pops it up, out to left. Collins is in for the catch. 2 outs remaining for Cincinnati. Someone's got to get on base. This regional started so promising for the Bearcats. 12-2 over these Raging Cajuns on Friday night. Hit 6 home runs. Ran into a buzzsaw in Mississippi State last night. Back and forth game. Down 2 against Louisiana today. And Pitts takes out. Back-to-back regionals for the Bearcats. Jordan Bischel's got this program on the rise. In danger of their 2nd early exit in as many years as Pitts takes a strike. Pitts swinging hard and fouling off. 1-2.
But even at 88, 89, Pitts has got such lightning fast hands, is late on that fastball. Seen a lot of defensive swings since Pappenbrock entered this game.
Pitts is far off the plate. And he waves through it. Louisiana 1 out away from going to a regional final.
His 4th punchy, it's 4 pitches, all of them fastball. Who needs a pitch count? Everyone in the building knows what pitch is coming. The guts, the heart of Pappenbrock now has Louisiana 1 out away.
Quentin Coates. Swinging through the first pitch. Tyler Pappenbrock was pitching an NAIA ball at Huntington University near Fort Wayne, Indiana last year. His first year in D1, and he's got the chance to send his team to play Mississippi State. And now Cincinnati's down to its final strike.
Best on best, 2 heaters to Coates. 4th most homers in the country, and with Natili on deck representing the tying run. Gotta fight to stay alive.
To shortstop. That's past Rodriguez, and Cincinnati's not done yet. Quentin Coates with his first hit of the day in the biggest moment. And that brings the tying run to the plate. Guess who it is?
How about the moment? The captain, the backstop, the leader. Something to keep an eye on. The juice is really high, and I think this is why Colt Brown has run out to the mound. That's the hardest fastball we've seen from Pappenbrock in quite some time, up to 90 miles per hour. That actually takes away a little bit of that run. He wants to live 86 to 88, where he's getting a ton of movement on that heater. Up to 90, you're going to see from this angle, this is the flattest fastball he's thrown, and what allows Coates to stay within himself. And after 3 straight strikeouts, good on Quentin Coates to keep this game alive.
Jack Natili pounding his chest. 3 home runs against Louisiana 2 nights ago. And watches a strike. Can he do it one more time to help save the season for the Bearcats? Ground ball to third. Rodriguez in the hole, long throw, and Natili beats it out. Back-to-back singles from Coates and Natili, and now the go-ahead run will come to the plate.
It's never a guaranteed hit when Blaze Rodriguez is in the vicinity. Look at this throw. He's rifling this baseball over 95 miles per hour across the infield. Long hop, Amade not in time. They're gonna pinch run for Jack Natili. The tying run now stands on first base.
It's Conlon Daniel. And big Quentin Coates is at second. Now it's the freshman Enzo Infeliz. 2 outs, 2-run lead for Louisiana. Top of the 9th. Infeliz right back to Pappenbrock. Louisiana stays alive. They're going to a regional final again to take on Mississippi State in Starkville.
Welcome to it, Tyler Pappenbrock. 4 years spent in an NAIA program, a ton of success, and now the opportunity to send the Raging Cajuns to a regional final. They're second in the last 3 years. What a moment.
Man, Cincinnati made it interesting, huh?
2 straight singles from your stars, Coates and Natili, and this a young freshman upset with himself. Good piece of hitting, but watch the cat-like reflexes. And this might be the fastest man in America as he gets through the bag. No one was beating him to first base. 4 clean innings from Pappenbrock. Only gave up 4 hits, 2 of them which coming here in the 9th.
Now you've got to beat Mississippi State twice, starting tonight. Mississippi State is waiting in a couple of hours. But Louisiana is alive and 2 wins away from a regional championship. What a game. What a game, and our Capital One rewarding performance is Donovan LaSalle with 2 home runs.
Deja vu, similar swings, same pitch, same result. 2 towering home runs to the deepest part of the ballpark. Donovan LaSalle, drafted out of high school, started his career at Oklahoma State, his first year on campus with the Raging Cajuns, and today, his second multi-homer game of the season, and a memory he'll cherish for a lifetime.
The togetherness of this team has been remarkable. They played 7 games in 6 days. Last week at the Sun Belt Tournament, had to earn their way into a regional bid and a 3 seed. Now they're going to a regional final, taking out Cincinnati. They win it 8-6, facing Mississippi State later tonight. For our entire crew, Jack DeLongchamp, Stephen Kim producing, Michael Ireland directing. I'm Jack Kaiser. Thanks for joining us. Regional final coming up tonight.